Hey, I'm Cosmic. The Bible here talks about how in Genesis 1, the firmament was created by the waters being divided from the waters above and the waters below. And I remember as a young child, and I still have this curiosity, that I always found it curious as to why the sky was so blue. And also as to why the sun seemed so much closer than we actually were taught it was in school. And so my question is, what if the Bible is right about what it says about our sun, our moon, and our sky? Now, before we keep going down that path, I'd like to take you back to what the mainstream media says about why the sky is blue, like in this article here. In this article, or at least the headline, it says that their explanation for why the sky is blue is it's the ocean reflecting off of the atmosphere, or the sky, whatever you want to term it as. But in my mind, if that were true, if that were to be the case, then if you're standing, like for example, in the middle of the Sahara Desert, you would look up and you wouldn't see blue, because there's no ocean around you to reflect upon the sky. You would see like a beige, the sand. You'd see the sky being a sand color, and the same for if you're in the thickness of the Amazon rainforest. You wouldn't see any green. You wouldn't see any blue. You'd see only green, because there's no water around you. Well, very little, because of streams and rivers and so forth. But you just see green. That's all that there is. And I can understand that they say like the light bounces through the atmosphere, but if that were the case, then the light wouldn't be evenly distributed. So as you look up, whether you're in the Amazon jungle, you'd see little specks of green and little specks of blue. And the same for if you're in the Sahara Desert, you'd see little specks of beige and little specks of blue. So what is really going on here? And why has the idea of a firmament from the Bible being the answer to why the sky is blue, aka the waters above, being turned into such a hocus-pocus, woo-woo idea? Why is that? And now, because of the idea of a firmament being woo-woo, I'd like to take you to some religious art, which, as you all know, that religion is based upon truth, but it has also been used as a controlling mechanism. And so we have the body, the soul, the spirit. Sorry, the body, the mind, the spirit, my bad. And in every image, you have this arch, this dome. But, well, that one doesn't really show it, but it definitely shows, if my camera will focus, definitely shows like a blue. So all of these show a dome over our world. Every single one of them. Not all of them depict a dome as being blue, like that one certainly doesn't. That one does, that one doesn't, that one does. So some of them do, some of them don't. That one definitely doesn't, but can be seen a little bit blue here with the angel's wings. And also with I'm going to butcher that name, so I'm not going to even try and say it. You've got the dome there, the layers of heavens with the angels. Another dome there. You've got it in the frickin' Disney logo. Thanks, Walt Disney. Then we have in cathedrals, which is like, what in the world? And then, Royal Ark of Masonry, as you know. George Washington, he's standing under a literal dome, and he was the founding father founding figure of America. And if they call America the land of the free, and he's standing under a dome, then that definitely rings a bell to all of this. And even the Crown Church, the Crown Court of the UK, it doesn't look like it at first glance, but you can see there is an arch, there is a dome. And just like in the Bible, how it mentions the 4 pillars of the earth, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this up here could be seen as the house of God, as that is the unifying God eye. Well, when I say God, I don't mean it's a literal person in the sky, like that image would say, but more of a consciousness. And it's housing, it's in the roof, it's like in the roof of the world. So that again is showing the dome. So then, if we're being shown all of this, then what on earth is the firmament? What is it? So throughout my days of research about what this mysterious blue of the sky is, how it's made, what it means for the sky to rain, all that kind of stuff, and also those weird trumpet noises that have been reported around the world, which if you don't know about them, here's a clip.
Guys, what is going on?
Strange sounds are being heard around the world. In Sweden, this sure sounds like a trumpet. In Michigan, another trumpet-like sound.
And if that wasn't weird enough, then we are taught in school that we have planets which are, you know, out there, and we can travel up to them like in a rocket made by NASA or Elon Musk. And we're also told that stars are big balls of gas. And yes, I can understand that we can look at planets through a telescope and see Saturn as it is, like in this image here. However, the stars, when we look at them through the lens of like I'm going to butcher this name again, a Python camera, something like that. I'll put the name up here. When we look at the stars through that lens, they come across to us as being completely different than what we've been taught them to be. We're taught that they're giant balls of gas in the sky that give life to another entire solar system with other planets just like ours who are revolving around it, blah, blah, blah. But when we look at it through a high-tech camera, it more looks like the ripples on the bottom of the ocean or of a pool. And it's weird. It's like liquid. And no one can explain it. These stars, which are also called the luminaries in the Bible, is another way to call them. We just don't know what they are. We can guess, like they're the jewels of the sea, the sea of glass that dwells above there, but we don't know what they are. And because they look not so much like a ball of gas, but of fluctuating water, or like a fluctuating kind of energy, what if they were wormholes to other realities? And what if all those stories about like the day the stars fell or the day the stars went out, what if they're all stories or legends, I should say, about an event that happened where the heavens were changed, where the world as we know it today was vastly different, and the people back then would see us as aliens just as much as we see them as aliens? What if that were the case? Now, if you're really enjoying this content with all the luminaries and the firmament above, or the dome, whatever you want to call it, I would highly recommend a YouTube channel called JayDreamerZ, linked down below. He is amazing. And as well as, if you're really loving this content and you're wondering what on earth that book was that had all those religious artworks in it, then I would also highly recommend the Book of Wisdom Volume 1, which was also linked down in the description below. I'm gonna have to end this video because my arm's getting quite sore, and also it is bloody hot at this time of the year in summer. So until next time, have an amazing day, and bye for now.